everybody. This video for you today is all about the process that occurs after pollination. It's the fertilization of the ovules inside the ovary, and then the development of fruit. So let me run you through that process, exactly how it happens. Okay, so as we know, the little bees do their job of pollinating the plants. They transfer the pollen, they transfer the pollen. They come along here and they drink from this plant. They collect a little bit of pollen and they transfer that pollen to the stigma of the next plant. So we've just had pollination occur. So pollen from one flower, from the anther to the stigma of another. That right there is the moment of pollination. Okay, but that's not the end of the reproduction of a plant. The next thing that happens is that little pollen grain travels down the style, down that tube, all the way down here until it connects with an ovule. Okay, now that moment is the moment of fertilization. Fertilization. Okay, that's once that occurs, then that's when the ovules will start to develop. Okay, so pollen, here is pollination, travel down the style, connect with one of those little tiny ovules in the ovary, and then that is the moment of fertilization. Now the flower or the plant is going to start to grow the fruit. All right, so once this occurs, the next stage is all of the leaves, not the leaves, the petals, all of the petals and the stamens all fall off. Okay, and then all that's left is a little tiny bulb here and a style and the stigma on the top. Then what happens is there's no more petals. The next step is that this part here swells up with water and fluid and all sorts of things. Swells up so big that it fills up that whole space, and this little tiny blob on the top here is all that's left of the stigma. Okay, so we've got inside the fruit is what's left of the ovule section. You can see that that's swelled to be this big section here. And all of those little tiny dots that were the ovules have developed into seeds of the plant. Okay, then what will happen is that the fruit will fall off the tree, and the seeds will be dispersed in a variety of ways, depending on the flower and depending on the type of seed. Some seeds will be carried away by the wind. Some seeds will be carried away by an animal. Some seeds will be digested and then pooped out somewhere. So there's lots of different ways that seeds can be spread around for the plant to continue growing somewhere else. But that is the process of fertilization. So we start off with pollination. That's the bee's job, or the insect or the animal that comes to pollinate that plant. Transfer the pollen to another spot on the plant. That's pollination, and then this bit is fertilization. After that occurs, the petals and the stamen all fall off, and then the ovary swells into the fruit of the plant. That's it. Okay, so please make sure you're doing your summary, and I will check that when you come back to class next time. Bye.